Right. Good evening, all, and hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah. Right. Thank you, sir. Uh, and where is the other members? 35 students. Sangka මොකද කරන්න? පහ ඉන්නේ.
Message එකක් send කරා sir.
දැන්
Share කරා.
කරන්නේ. Right, right. Anyway. Shall we start now?
Okay, sir.
Right. And good evening again, right? And today now we have to discuss another new topics, right? The random variables, right? Which is very easy, right? Uh, Definitely, right? You may have this kind of question in your final paper, right? Therefore, give your full attention for this slide, right? And this theory is which is basically the base of some mathematical expression, right? මේක maths පොඩ්ඩක් තියෙන ඒක නිසා අනිවාර්යෙන් පොඩ්ඩක් හොඳට මතක තියාගන්න, right? Random variables, right? Then I think in the mathematics module, right, you may familiar with the terms that we call the variables, no? Variables, right? And today I'm not going to ask the many questions, right? So because we don't have enough time, right, for the discussions, right? If you have any doubt, right, if you need to take any clarification, right, you may ask. හරිද මම අද ලොකුවට ප්‍රශ්න අහන්න යන්නේ නැහැ. හරිද? මේක මොකද එක්සෑම් එකට අනිවාර්යෙන් එනවා. මේ මොන හරි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා නම් කාට හරි අහන්න පුළුවන්, right? Right. The variables means, right? The variables means what? And it is actually variables. It is variables means we can simply define it is not a constant, right? It may be changed. Variables means it may can vary, right? May can vary, and this is not a constant. ඒක දැනගන්න ඕන variable කියලා කියන්නේ හැමතිස්සෙම වෙනස් වෙන එක. එයා constant එකක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. හරිද? ඕක පොඩ්ඩක් මතක තියාගත්තාම ඇති. Right? Let's move. Simple explanations, right? Just a simple explanation, right? And you can see a traffic survey, right? At a critical point around the town center was conducted at peak traveling times, right? There was a survey, right? Traffic survey at the critical point. You know the meaning of the critical points then හොඳ මුච්චතම අවස්ථාවක තමයි මේක කරන්නේ around the town center. And what was conducted at the peak, you know the especially we can the office times. The traveling time, peak time. ඔෆිස් එකක් ඉවර වුණාට පස්සේ මේක කොහොමද? Please let me give to record this lecture. And peak traveling time,
Recording in progress.
right? Over the period of working weeks, right? They took a survey, right? For the and they was conducted the survey, traffic survey especially, right? At the peak traveling times. Okay, what they did, right? That the survey involves the 1,000 cars. And the car 1000ක් කියලා select කරගන්න. The numbers of the thing is what they identify, they observe in each cars was noted with the following result. Right? I was notified. එයාලා ළමයි කාර් 1000ක් යනවා. ඒ කාර් වල ඉන්න මිනිස්සු ගාන තමයි මෙයාලා දැන් මෙතන බලලා තියෙන්නේ. Right? The numbers. See, the first part is numbers of peoples per car. Right? It may be one people, some car the traveling with the two peoples, some of car traveling with three persons, right? Four peoples and five peoples and more than five peoples. And these are the numbers of peoples are traveling in the car, right? And they calculated, they observed by after the finalizing the survey, right? And here see, and 560 the cars moves with the one numbers of people. එතනම මේකේ කාර් 560ක් ගියා. ඒකේ ඉන්නේ මිනිස්සු එක් දෙනෙක් විතරයි. ඒකයි මේකේ අයිඩෙන්ටිෆිකේෂන්. නේද? මේකේ මීනින් එක ඒකයි. Right? And 240 cars, right? And 240 cars moves the numbers of peoples which having a two person, right? The 2,400, right? 240 240 cars moves with the two peoples, right? And see, the 150 cars move, right, with the three person, the three peoples. නේද? ඔය විදිහේ ළමයි තියෙනවා නේද? මෙතන හතර දෙනෙක් ඉන්න මිනිස්සු නේද? මිනිස්සු හතරක් විතරක් ඉන්න කාර් 40ක් ගියා. මිනිස්සු පහක් ඉන්න කාර් 10ක් ගියා. Right? And there is no any car, right? And where the peoples exceed the 5 නේද? ළමයි පහක්ට වඩා වැඩි වෙන මිනිස්සු ඉන්න කාර් එකක්වත් නැහැ. Right? And these are the observations they do. Right? Now the thing is what? And we can illustrate. Right? Now we can simply illustrate via the simple diagrams. Right? We can simply illustrate the previous data via the graph, which means the graphical method. We can represent. අපිට මේ graph එකකින් අපිට පුළුවන්. Right? And how can we represent by using the graph? Right? You can select according to your preferences, right? You can select, and then this is going to be our x-axis. X-axis means what? Then how many people are moved for per car? The x-axis එකට ළමයි ගමු. See? And 0 peoples, and 1 peoples, 2 peoples, 3, 4, likewise 6. Right? Numbers of peoples, right? We can represent through the x-axis. Right? Then frequency, basically we can represent the frequency in the case of the y-axis, right? The y-axis. See, and this is the numbers of the person, right? දැන් අපි දන්නවා ළමයි කාර් එකක් නිකන් යන්න බෑනේ නේද? ටෙස්ලා ඇරුණාට පස්සේ නේද? කාර් වල ළමයි බින්දුව පර්සන්ලා නැතුව අපිට ගොඩක් වෙලාට අපි දකින්නේ නැහැ. එතකොට ඒ වගේ ෆ්‍රීකවෙන්සි එකක් නැහැ. නේද? කාර් එකක් යනවා මිනිස්සු නැතිව. එහෙම ඒවා මෙතන මෙයාලා ඔබ්සර්ව් කරලා නැහැ. But here they observe, right? The one person's including car, which is equal to what? 560 peoples. මෙතන ළමයි 560 කියන එක තියෙනවා. Right? See, similarly, right? You can represent, right? For each the frequency values, right? Is numbers of car for a numbers of peoples per car. මෙතන ළමයි ඔයාලට පුළුවන් මේ මිනිස්සු කොච්චි දෙනෙක් ඉන්දියාට එදිරිව නේද? මෙයාලගේ ෆ්‍රීකවෙන්සි එක ඔයාලට පුළුවන් මෙහෙම ප්ලොට් කරන්න. එතකොට ඔයාලට පේනවා මෙතන මෙන්න මේ වගේ graph එකක් එනවා. You see and see the graph in here. The shapes looks like in here. See? And this kind of graph we basically in the previous lesson we known as, right? And this is the center and this is the left and this is going to be the right. මේක මේ පැත්තට අපි දන්නව නේද? graph එකක් ළමයි මෙහෙම පොඩ්ඩක්. හරි මැද්දෙන් තිබ්බොත් අපි කියන එක symmetric කියලා. නමුත් මේක symmetric නෑ. ඒක මේ කොහෙට move වෙලාද? මේක left hand side එකට move වෙලා. Right? And such kind of graph we basically we known as the left align screw. Right? I hope you can remember this theorem, right? I'm not going to explain more and more, right? And see, and this is some simple illustration for the previous data, right? Hope most of, I hope you can easily the illustrate by using the graph, right? In the case of your examination, right? Hope you can draw this kind of simple graph, right? And then now we are dealing with the probability now. අපි මේ ළමයි කතා කරන්නේ probability නේ, right? Then we can identify, we can find out and what are the probability, what are the relative the probability value for each numbers of the peoples, right? Now we are going to find out the values, right? And the previous survey, which is they calculated, right, that the survey involves the 1000 cars. ඒක ළමයි cars කොච්චරක් තිබ්බද 1000ක් තිබ්බා, right? And these are the outcomes, right? Now we are going to find out the probability values for each right? In the first table, right? And now I'm going to label, and this is going to be the table number 1, right? And base of the table number 1, right? And it involves only the numbers of the people per car versus frequency values, right? Now we are going to try to, right? Now we are going to find out the probability value for the consecutive the numbers of people. එයාලට ළමයි ඉදිරිව, right? Now we are going to find out the probability value with respect to the numbers of peoples. The thing is what? You know the total numbers of observation which is equal to 1000. 1000ක් තියෙනවා. එහෙනම් 1000කින් 560 දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා මිනිස්සු එක්කෙනෙක් විතරක් ඉන්න කාර්. එහෙනම් ඔයාලා මේකෙන් easy